Hello, Ellie.
Hello, Andrew.
Welcome to the Showstopper podcast.
Dun, dun, dun. Thunder, lightning.
Wow, we should have done this intro for the Halloween special that we didn't do.
Instead, it's just plain old insert month.
Yeah, it's definitely February.
February. So actually, we should have done a loving Valentine's Day.
Okay, so we'll try it again. Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Andrew.
Welcome to the Showstopper podcast.
This isn't just any podcast. This is the Showstopper podcast.
Our monthly chat to amazing people from the world of musicals, improv and comedy.
What fun we have. It is going to be really fun this month because beautiful Kim Ismay is joining us.
You may know her as Madame Morrible. She has morribled all around the world. You may also know her from Mamma Mia and other amazing things. She's wonderful.
She really is. What a voice. What a presence in the room.
Absolutely.
You know, she's a strong woman that I look up to, literally and metaphorically.
on both counts. That's coming up later in the show.
Yeah.
But first is 2 minutes of Ali and Andy chat.
Jibber jabbering on.
Have you got any Valentine's Day plans, Ali?
I have actually. Oh. But my husband doesn't know about them yet. So here's the thing. We're in a show together right now, but life is so busy that anytime we're not on stage in the show, I'm doing something else. One of the things I needed to do was organise a Valentine's night out, and I have done that. And I keep meaning to tell John, not ask, tell John that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I just haven't gotten around to it. So hopefully he'll be free.
Wow, well, you could use this as a little reminder to him. You're doing something. Keep yourself free, John, on February the 14th. Otherwise, we have problems.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lovely night. I've got us a beautiful chain restaurant meal deal. That's what I've done.
Amazing work.
It's not even a top chain. It's a bottom chain.
A bottom chain?
Yeah, but it's the company, isn't it, that makes a meal?
Oh, yeah, not the company that literally makes the meal.
Definitely not that company, no. Just sitting across from your husband. Have you got any plans at all?
Not as yet.
Right.
But now you've upped the game on me.
I can recommend a really great meal deal. Do you know what? I love a good curry at the moment. I'm into blasting away the winter blues with a curry.
Nice.
So good, yeah.
Great. Let's have a curry.
Let's just go for a curry now.
Yeah, great.
While you guys listen to Kim Ismay and our interview with her, Andrew and I are off for some poppadoms and some chutney.
All right. Bye now.
Bye.
Welcome, Kim Ismay.
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you in the studio, Kim. It's going to be so fun talking to you about all your amazing work you've done in theatre over the years.
I'm excited to be here. I hope I remember it all. My memory is appalling.
Well, you know, they say print the legend, make up the most flattering portrait of your career, and we'll just believe you.
Yes, I will. I'll be sure to shoe in the mention of the time I rescued that child from the burning building.
Exactly.
Kim the Saint Ismay.
How did you know that was my middle name?
Can we start with Wicked? Obviously, it's big at the moment.
Yes,
the
it's
movie
huge.
is out. And you were Madame Morrible.
I was indeed Madame Morrible. Yes, I was I morribled all over the place. I did the international tour, which was mostly Asia. We did Hong Kong and Singapore and Manila and China. It was wonderful. And then I morribled internationally and nationally. We went all around the UK and we went to Ireland and we went to Zurich. And then I morribled in town, but I morribled either side of the pandemic, so we had 17 months off in the middle.
Oh, wow.
And then we went back and did the second half of our contract.
Did you notice a difference going back into the same show after lockdown?
Yeah, everybody was really, really happy to be there. Really happy to be there. And the first rehearsal, where everybody sang good news, she's dead, which of the worst is dead. Everybody was in the studios. I think we were in Pineapple, I think. Told you, memory, a little shoddy. A studio, let's say. And everyone just stood there and started crying, which is just lovely. And of course, the very first show back, Glinda's opening words are, "It's good to see me, isn't it?" And
yes,
it was. It was very good to see her.
Wow.
It's so emotional, isn't it?
It was lovely.
And what's it been like being part of, I mean, Wicked is a big machine. You know, there's big production money behind that. It's a big beast. What's it like to be a part of that?
It's wonderful. You're so very supported on a big cushion of certainty, if that makes sense. You're not thinking, will audiences come? Will they like it? You know they do. And I think with Wicked, even if you don't, if it's not particularly your thing or your bag, you can still see every single penny of your ticket price on the stage. The costumes are extraordinary. They work as well from the back of the stalls as they do. If you're looking at them close up, they're just incredible. It's a wonderful, supportive feeling to be in. I call them the steamroller shows because they just keep going, and there's a lovely relaxation into the show situation because you know it's going to run for the year. You know everything's going to be okay. You know you're going to be looked after. You know it's going to be well appreciated and it's going to have great audiences and wonderful fans. And it's lovely.
And how do the fans express their love for you? Have you received some lovely letters and things over the years? I
have. I've been really lucky. Some people are not so lucky. I say this about any show. Some people have very enthusiastic fans who can sometimes blur boundaries. But I've been very, very lucky. I've had lovely people, and I've made a couple of friends out of all of that as well.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
Yeah, because you see the same people over and over again, and you get to know them and say hello. They don't come to your house, and you don't go to their house, but you're on the friendship spectrum there.
Are there any specific Morrible groupies? I want to know if they come.
More Morrible aficionados. Somebody when I first did my first Morrible in the first week.
When I first Morribled
in Bradford, which was the start of the international tour. Bradford.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the start of the national tour was in Zurich, so we're mixing it up, keeping it fresh. Somebody wrote me a small essay. It wasn't a letter, it was an essay, and it was really interesting, actually, as well, about how my use of my lorgnette, with the little glasses on a chain, was different to everybody else's that had gone before me.
Incredible, the
Goodness.
detail.
It is extraordinary. They will notice the tiniest thing. You see on forums, people say, don't look at the forums. I look at the forums. I think it's fantastic. And people saying, I notice that the coachman had different gloves this year. And you think,
oh my word.
But people come and see it over and over and over again. It gives them comfort, it gives them joy. Fantastic. What's wrong with that?
I'm interested to know now what is different about your performance with the lorgnette.
I don't know. I still don't know. I used it, I think, because Morribles have previously, apparently, only looked at Elphaba through them once. But I used them all over the place. They looked at a piece of paper through them once. But I have apparently looked at people through them and used them all the way through. But I thought, well, if you've got a prop, it seems a shame not to use them. It informed my entire character sometimes.
If you have gone through the logic of Morrible needing these,
well, she needs them. She should use them. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's great.
Deep character work.
Deep character.
How long or short-sighted is Madame Morrible? We need to know.
Do you have the exact prescription?
What's the prescription exactly?
Yeah.
Well, it's a closely guarded secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you.
I'm sure there's a forum.
I've signed an NDA.
Yeah. I bet the person who wrote the letter knows.
Morrible's myopia.
Absolutely. I dressed on Wicked briefly in London when it first came over, and I remember the amazing kind of corseted top half of it, and that the skirt was very heavy, if I remember rightly.
The skirts are very heavy, yes. The corsetry is something remarkable. The lady who used to cut our corsets is no longer working. She retired. So when she retired, she cut up her patterns so that no one else could make corsets the way she made them. Being corseted by her was an absolute... It was an otherworldly experience. Because I seem to have cornered the slightly odd niche. You know, in casting, everyone has their casting niche. Mine appears to be unhinged women in corsets. I don't know quite how it happened, but I'll take it, you know.
Absolutely.
Whatever. Yeah. I'll step up to that plate. But she's the only person I know that corsets you with your basic corset before it's all finished off. And then she'll just make you walk around and sit and have a cup of tea and talk to her. And once it's warmed up and you've breathed into it, then she tightens it again and restructures.
Wow.
So you're corseted as tightly as you possibly can be. And it's torture, but also very lovely.
Yeah, amazing. And how does that work when you're singing those amazing, massive songs and using your voice in that powerful way? Do you have to sort of rejig your diaphragm?
You have to rejig your breathing technique. You use... An opera singer friend of mine said, use your corset like an external pair of set of ribs.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, that's odd. So you literally breathe, you relax fully in the corset. You don't need to hold yourself in because your corset's murdering you quietly. But then you use that to breathe into and against.
Wow.
And it's an experience. But Morrible doesn't sing a great deal. I don't think Elphaba could be corseted. Put it that way.
I was thinking more of that moment when you're on, when you're speaking to everyone and you have the amazing
Citizens of
announcement.
Oz.
What a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
Used to send shivers up my arms. Even after, 100 shows dressing on it, it's still...
Well, she's the only really wicked person in it. All of the other people are seen as or perceived as wicked, and I'm doing air quotes around it, which obviously reads so well on a podcast. Other people may be perceived as wicked, but they just have made a choice that may not be everybody's taste.
Yeah.
But Morrible is an absolute flat-out psychopath, sociopath, will do anything to get what she wants. So she doesn't really care about anything else other than what she wants.
What is that? Is that power? Does she want power? Does she want...
Yeah, she just wants everything. She just sees a chance with Elphaba. She sees her talent and she thinks, right, I'm hitching a ride on that.
Yeah.
And then realises that she can manipulate her a bit, and then she can't, so she has to manipulate Glinda instead. And then she manipulates the wizard.
Wow. She's the puppet master.
She's the puppet master.
At the time of recording, the film has been out for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
A few weeks. Have you seen the film? And
I
what's your
haven't
experience?
yet.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it yet. I had made plans to go with somebody, but then that plan fell through. And then I thought, shall I wait for them to see it with them? I'm also waiting for all of the madness and fabulousness around it.
Yeah.
To die down. I don't want to go where they're all singing. I know Cynthia said she was happy for that, but I don't think she'd be very happy if she was in a show and people were singing while she was singing.
That's wild.
I want to hear her.
Yeah.
I want to hear Ariana Grande. I want to hear Jeff. I want to hear them all sing.
Yeah.
So I want that. I don't want to hear the person sitting behind me, in front of me, next to me, singing. So I'm going to wait and see it soon, I think.
Yeah, once it's died down. But imagine if we had people trying to sing along at our show, Andrew.
Well, I mean, when they do sing along, then we're very happy. Because that means we've taught them something they can sing along.
Exactly. But imagine if people were just trying to tag along with the songs as we make them.
Yeah, great.
Singing any old words.
Oh, yeah, I know this one. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much what we're doing, to be honest.
It's very, very true.
Fabulous. Yeah, certainly what I would do.
We love it when we get wicked called in the show, Kim, because it's often such an empowering moment for one of the characters. It is such a powerful show and story.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody identifies with a feeling or something that it stirs up. As I say, people see it. They'll come, if they've got summer holidays, they'll come and see it every night for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, wow.
And it's a very, very loyal fandom.
For the benefit of the tape.
I just raised my eyebrows. Sometimes, as I say, sometimes people can be too over-enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of people who behave very inappropriately. But they are very few and far between. And the majority of the Wicked fandom are a delight. An absolute delight.
Ali, have you seen the Wicked movie yet? And what do you rate it out of 500?
Out of 500?
700.
700.
Oh, you liked it.
I absolutely loved it. Every choice, every artistic choice in it, in my humble view, is perfect.
Yeah.
It's just so inspiring.
And a spectacular piece of art, I've heard.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
I really am looking forward to seeing it. I'm not going because I don't want to go and see it.
Yeah.
I'm going because circumstances thwarted me thus far. But I will be going.
And genuinely one of the most exciting films I've seen for the longest time.
Yeah.
If you had to give it points out of 500, Andrew?
I would give it 499.
Wow. And the inevitable question, what did it lose?
Lose a point?
Where did that point fall off?
I don't know. I think maybe I'm just reserving that point for part 2.
Part 2.
Well,
That's it, you see. That's going to be more Glinda-led, I think, because the second half of the
Yes.
show is far more Glinda-led.
That's right.
I have to say, no spoilers, but Ariana Grande is just wonderful in that role.
She's extraordinary, isn't she? Have you watched her on Saturday Night Live?
Yes. Yeah.
She's the most extraordinary vocal impressionist.
Yeah.
And I'd seen her do a whole load of... So I didn't know her music. I'm a bit old for, all of the young pop music. I feel like everyone's grandmother. But I think she's extraordinary.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
I just love Jeff Goldblum's style. I love his improv-y edge that he always has. He seems very free and reactive, doesn't he?
He's always Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And in my humble opinion, there is nothing wrong with being Jeff Goldblum.
Absolutely.
I would watch him be Jeff Goldblum a lot.
Yes.
There was a little bit of Jeff Goldblum intonation creeping. I'd watch Jeff Goldblum
a lot.
He's a bit of a jazz cat, isn't he?
Oh, isn't he, though?
He loves his jazz.
There's a little viral video of him playing one of the pianos at St Pancras when he was doing the Wicked Press tour.
So lovely. So great. You just never know who you're going to bump into, do you?
St Pancras is a place of wonder and mystery.
It really is. Yeah.
Apparently.
Just like Oz.
Yes.
Absolutely. You've also been Tanya in Mamma Mia, another big machine.
I have indeed. I was Tanya for... we were trying to count it up the other day. 7.5 years. Not all at once.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't think anyone could do that and not lose their mind.
Yeah. Wow.
Or lose their attachment to keeping it nice and fresh and real for everybody. I did 3 years, then I went away for 6.
Yeah.
And then I went back for 4 in between, and 4 of those first 2 of those 4 years were quite long contracts because they were trying to rejig the cast change date, so they were just adding months here and there to take it, make it later. And then I helped out for a couple of months on the international tour in between because they were a man down.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
And was Wicked, the time on Wicked, was that sort of consecutive, or have you come back?
No, that was consecutive.
Right.
I did the international tour, went home, did the national tour, and then Helen Wolf and I, she was Glinda on the national tour with me, and she and I were both with the same agent as well, and they asked us to go into town on the following contract. But before that, we were doing lots of very great I'm done with Wicked showing off. The way people, 2 years, that's me done. Cutting hands across neck, I'm finished. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. All of those things. And then they offered us to go into town. So I phoned her and said, we said quite loudly to a lot of people that we weren't going to do it anymore. She said, I know, mate, I've already said yes. It was really special to do it over the pandemic, because it was a piece of our current history. And to know that I was connected with it in a great big show like that.
So, because Mamma Mia is a show where people presumably are encouraged to sing along, at least at certain points.
At the end.
Right.
At the end, yeah. But then people are very a lot more drunk people at Mamma Mia than there are at Wicked. Not going to lie.
Bit of a hen night vibe sometimes.
Oh yeah, sometimes passing bottles of vodka along the front row.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, and joining
And
in.
that's just the cast.
And that's hey, that's just the band. No, there's lots of joining in. Sometimes when it's not really right. Sometimes not even the same song. Shouting advice. I've had advice shouted to me. Oh, yeah. Don't trust him. No. All of the advice being shouted from the stalls.
You're better than that.
Circle. And then sometimes people propose to their girlfriends or other halves or whatever usually in the box. One of the boxes.
Oh, wow.
And you can see a very nervous person and a very smiley person who seems completely oblivious to everything. You think, oh, hang on a second. So the rumour goes round backstage. I think there's going to be a proposal in the stage right box.
Wow.
And then as you start the big old mega mix at the end with the Swarovski-encrusted microphones, one of them disappears and you only see the top of their head across the box. The other person starts crying and then you've lost the audience because they're all looking up and cheering.
Wow.
So,
Aww.
so you have to sort of stop and cheer and then try and do Waterloo.
Wow. Have you ever done a show with an in-show proposal, Ellie?
I'm trying to think. I think maybe there was one when I did Panto in Norwich.
Yeah.
I think someone got on stage at the end of the show and they had to pre-arranged it,
Yes.
Yeah.
which some people do, I think, maybe more in regional theatres.
Yeah.
Well, in Panto as well, there's that.
Absolutely. 'Cause
Lax...
it's a bit more freedom.
Yeah.
And it was really wonderful. So, yeah, I think I have had that experience once. Have you?
Yeah, a very similar thing. It wasn't Panda, but a Christmas show in I'm going to say Taunton.
Yeah.
And similarly, they'd prearranged it and they came on. Toad, called them onto stage and beautiful.
That's really
Was Wind in the
cute.
Willows?
It was Wind in the Willows. Oh, yeah, I missed out that point.
Just for clarity.
Because if it was Snow White and the
Just to
Seven
clear.
Dwarfs, you were really off beam.
I just like to incorporate a toad in every show I'm in. Just...
And what
Just a
role
little
are you? Your
something.
CV must be fantastic.
Toad.
In Les Miserables.
If I die not having played Toad in Les Miserables, I'll be
Toad in
very
Uncle
sad.
Vanya.
I'm playing Hamlet, but I call him Toad.
I call him Toad. The Toad of Denmark.
That's so nice when you're part of people's lives like that through theatre,
it is.
isn't it?
It's so lovely when people come and meet you afterwards, and especially after Mamma Mia. We have people going, oh, you're exactly the same as my sister, sister-in-law, mum, daughter. And somebody said to me very early on, is your Tanya based on anyone? And I said, well, there's always little snippets of people. Whenever you do a character, you have somebody's laugh, or you have the way they stand, or that you think that informs something else. And a friend of mine, I'm not going to say who it was there to watch the show with her daughter. And my first entrance, she grabbed her mum and she went, Mum, that's you. Oh, don't be ridiculous, she said. Don't be ridiculous. Of course it isn't. So when they came backstage afterwards, her daughter said, that was Mum you based that on, wasn't it? Because it was just so Mum. And I just said, well, there's yeah, just a bit.
Just a peppering of
Just a
mum.
peppering. I don't talk like that. Don't be ridiculous. Yeah, you do though.
That's so great. Is Tanya the one who sings Does Your Mother Know?
It is indeed.
That must
Great
be
song.
so funny to do
Oh,
as well.
such a laugh.
I bet it's such a great time.
It's such a joyous show. I mean, it's obviously a more difficult emotional journey for Donna and Sam, who are a bit tortured at times. But Tanya just has a terrific time. Dances with chaps and wears all the fabulous clothes.
Yeah.
And we were sponsored by MAC, and so we had all this lovely makeup to wear. Oh, it was fantastic. Had the best time. What's not? And then you get to sing. You have to wear lycra, so that's a bit of a challenge, you know. When we did the 20th anniversary, they had all the the heritage dynamos, they were calling us. We felt like tomatoes. Heritage dynamos. And at the end, when the three dynamos walk down and start singing Friday Night and the Lights Are Low, as they got to the end, they split and another three came down and another three came down until the stage was filled with menopausal women in lycra.
Yes.
And it was one of the best evenings. It was just hilarious.
Wow.
I'll show you the
Sounds like a
photos later.
riot.
Fabulous.
Oh, how joyful. What a nice celebration of all the people who've done it over the years.
Yeah,
wow.
it's great.
So brilliant. Love that.
Do you have a favourite role you've played?
Ooh, that's a really hard one because first of all, I'm very fickle.
Okay.
So my favourites go in and out.
Yeah, sure.
I go, this is definitely my favourite. So now I have to say it's my current favourite.
Yeah, fair.
Until something else knocks it off. I have favourites for different reasons. Wicked was a favourite because it's so iconic and also because it allowed me to travel.
Yeah.
And seeing the world on somebody else's dime is a lovely thing. And we had time off in between venues, so you could go and explore. We went to Indonesia, we went to Japan. It was just,
wow.
it was fabulous, fabulous. And then there are other jobs, Mamma Mia, because it was 7 years of my life, and that's a long time, and I was really emotionally invested in it. And I have my boots. I was gifted my boots when I left.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah. Just occasionally put them on, walk around my house. There's an image for you all.
Hoovering in your ABBA boots.
Hoovering in my ABBA boots. And I have a tiara from something else I did. So sometimes, just sometimes, when moments need cheering up, that will happen. Tiara and Mamma Mia boots. I love smaller shows that have really been a turning point in my life.
Yeah.
I did a show called Dames at Sea quite early on in my career, which is a pastiche of all the old black and white movies of a girl arriving with the tap shoes in a suitcase. It's 42nd Street and all of those movies. And it's just exquisite. More recently, I did Fanny at the Watermill. wonderful play by Callum Finlay, with the most extraordinary people in it. Very, very strong connection to the Mischief Company and the Goes Wrong people. Charlie Russell was playing Fanny Mendelssohn, and I played her mother, Leah. And it was crazy and wonderful. And also, I had a show written for me, which changed. When I first did it 10 years ago, it changed me. It sounds really self-indulgent and woo-wah to say this, but it changed me completely as an actor, because I suddenly realised what it was I brought to the table, what I brought to the party. Didn't make me a better actor, didn't make me a worse actor. It just made me know me really well.
Oh, wow. How did that come about, someone writing that for you?
I had auditioned and got a workshop with Matthew Strachan and Bernie Gorn, who had written a show called Next Door's Baby, which has just been on at the Tabard in Chiswick, 20-odd years later, however long it is since I knew them. And I played Mrs. O'Brien. I've done the recording as well, we've done the album. And it was just one of those moments. We became friends. And I was round at their house for dinner one night, and they were chatting away and said, "Oh, you should do a one-woman show." I said, "Yes, but I can't write. I think it's important to know what you're not good at, because then you might try something that you really can't do and think you're marvellous." I can't write. It's very derivative and awful, really. So I told them that, and they sort of looked at each other. They said, "Oh, we'll write something. We'll write you a one-woman show." So I said, "Oh, yeah, okay." And then About Bill happened. And it's the story of a male jazz trumpeter told by all the women in his life, starting by the 1930s showgirl who finds out she's pregnant with him to the 1980s daughter who buries him. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful piece of writing. And I can say that because I had nothing to do with it.
What a beautiful concept. That must have been such a joy to perform.
It's lovely.
I think it's time for a game. What game are we going to play, Ali?
I think we should play the game where I put on my headphones and I listen to a song.
Right.
And I have to react. And you have to guess the musical theatre song.
I will be rubbish at this, and also I'm very competitive. So this is, stand by your beds, people.
Great.
This could go horribly wrong. Yes.
The best combination, rubbish and competitive.
Yes. Fully committed and really bad at it.
Tension in the room's already rising. For the purposes of the audio, we're going to have to describe Ali's physicality here.
Good luck, studio.
So we've got some strong finger action.
Strong finger. Come with me. Come with me.
We've got a tongue sticking
monstery.
out. Something
on your front. Oh, you look like
some
you're
jazz
circus dead. Beetlejuice.
Are we in the world of Beetlejuice?
Yes,
we are.
Yes, and which song is it?
The whole being dead thing.
Yes, true.
I knew there was monsters involved because of the fingers.
For how long were you both saying it's Beetlejuice until I took one of my earphones?
No, it was kind of
only just.
Only just. Yeah. No. We were
halfway.
fine.
I was just having so much fun that
we could see
I
that.
realised I definitely need to be able to hear what you're saying.
Fantastic.
Another one.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
okay, here we
please.
go. Okay, we go.
Oh, it's Fosse, Chicago.
Yes.
It's Chicago. All that jazz. Kiss.
Funny honey of mine.
Me.
Oh, it's give him the old razzle dazzle.
No,
the other one.
no.
The other one he sings, the other Billy song, which is I don't care about expensive.
All I care about is love. No.
We've got big hands going on.
Hands.
We got some eyes.
The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy.
Yes, you got it. It's Roxy.
Roxy.
Yes.
Couldn't remember the name of the song. Couldn't remember the song. Not the name of the song.
Got
See?
there.
Competitive and anxious.
Hey, we got one each.
You've got one each so far. Let's go a bit old school.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Not Rodgers and Hammerstein old school. Mid school.
Mid school.
Okay.
Middle school.
Middle school. Here we go.
Musical theatre middle
GCSEs.
school. Yeah.
Okay.
We got it.
Well, it's a Jolly Cockney. It's
hands on hips. We got a top hat.
Come here. Fare you well, but be back soon.
Yes.
What? How did you do that?
I have no
that.
Fare you well, but be back soon.
Yes,
I don't know. From Oliver.
Yes. Kim Ismay's on fire, everyone.
Incredible work.
It was the fabulous little wave. She did a little wave like she was bouncing a ball midair, and it was very Oliver.
Wow.
I'm very impressed.
That was really fun.
Told you I was competitive.
A bullseye straight there.
Okay, let's try this one.
Holding hands out. We got a salt shaker.
Cooking.
The waitress.
Yes, is the musical.
Opening.
Yes.
What's inside?
Yes, what's inside opening up? Well done, Andrew.
Well done.
Gosh.
She says well done, but her face says
Well done,
we're not
fury.
happy.
Face of absolute fury. Competitive disdain.
Oh, now, okay. Right, let's try this one.
Okay. Guitar.
Oh, it's guitar.
Work.
It's School of Rock. It's
School of Rock. She's
We Will
fist
Rock
in the
You.
air.
Yes.
It's We Will Rock You.
Bohemian Rhapsody. No,
Love.
Need Somebody to Love.
Yes!
Oh, Lord of.
Wow, you guys are knocking these out of the park.
Snarl happened. Ladies and gentlemen, a snarl.
I was given a look that I never want to receive again in my life.
Paddington hard stare from Mrs. May.
Is it 3-2?
3-2.
Yes, 3-2.
Right.
Absolutely keeping score.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay,
Oh,
she's turning
she's
sideways.
turning sideways and she's arching
leaning
her back.
back.
Oh, it's very
Some
glamorous.
kicks.
Oh, it's an old one.
Another Fosse.
It's 42nd
Yes,
Street.
another Fosse.
I'm
Another
thinking
Fosse.
cabaret. Is this?
Yes, it's cabaret.
Yes, Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Farewell, mein lieber Herr.
Yes. And what's the song called?
It's called Mein Herr.
Yes, it is, Kim. So
Well done.
you've
Well done.
equalised.
A shake of hands.
Meaning
an
it's
amicable
a
draw.
An amicable draw. Everyone's honour is assuaged.
Wow. Congratulations both. That was excellent work.
You were fantastic.
Congratulations, Ali.
So Kim, would you like to sing some songs with us?
Oh, competitive and really rubbish. Yes, I get very panicky, so there will be much flustering and hysteria.
Well,
yes.
We can help you contain that / move through it together.
Yes. Oh my God, of course, I'm up for anything within reason.
Let's do it.
Woohoo! Shall we sing about corsets,
We'll sing about
Kim?
We'll sing about corsets.
Okay, great.
Having mentioned them before.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. I love a corset. I love it tight. I want to wear a corset every single night. If you wear a corset, you'll love it too. We could wear a corset, me and you.
I love a corset. I love it pinched. I love a corset and to be cinched. I love a corset every single inch. And it's my pleasure to be corseted with you.
Ah, we love a corset, a lovely corset. So pull those corset strings really tight.
We love a corset, we love a corset. So pull those corset strings real tight. I played Anne Boleyn, you know, back in the day.
Did you?
Yes, I had to wear a boned one like this.
In Elizabethan times, the bones were made of wood. Do you think that's bad?
I think it's bad
Do you
for
think it's
your
good?
ribs.
I love a corset.
We love a corset.
We love a corset every night.
Every night
We love a corset. We love a corset. Make it tight.
Make it tight.
Make it tighter.
Make it tighter.
Make it tighter.
Make it tighter. Tonight.
The Showstopper podcast is hosted by Allie James and Andrew Pugsley. This month's guest was me, Kim Ismay. Duncan Walsh Atkins was on the keys. Oh, so on the keys. And it was mixed and edited by Andrew Pugsley. Production support from Susanna Rosenthal, Jenny Arney, and Charlotte Lund, and Kaylin Kine, and Ellie Gray, always for something for the weekend. Do you want something for the weekend? Something for the weekend. Now you can find us all. You gotta listen now. You find us all on the social channels and our website www.showstopperthemusical.com. So thank you for listening. Yeah.